What's up, guys? Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where you're watching this video from and when you're watching this video. It's David or it's Elzenitho. Today I want to just freestyle. I got an idea, right? So I was scrolling on Twitter and I saw a post made by Tunde Onakoya, I think. He's trying to come up with he's trying to go for Guinness World Record for the longest chess playing contest, so to say, right? So the post he used or the pictures he used for his post really make sense. Let me show you the pictures. So he posted this picture, right, of him and his friend shaking hands and playing chess, and he also posted this particular picture of him just staring into the streets and stuff. And the moment I saw this picture, I just figured out there's something I could do with this, right? And yeah, so this is not, now this image has been upscaled, right? As you can see, it is currently 42 MB and this is currently 49 MB. I used my software called Upscale. You can download it. If you check my previous tutorial, you'll see it there. But yeah, so let's just jump straight into it. I'm going to just turn on my, all right, let's come to Photoshop. I'll just call this Guinness World Record chess. Yeah, chess. Let's just put chess. So for the width, we are working with 4,000. For the height, 5, or yeah, height is 5,000. That's fine, I think. Is it fine? I don't want it to be too long. So let's say height is 4,500. Yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Yeah, so I don't know why this is not showing. All right. So okay, so this is our canvas, right? And again, this is the image. This is the image we are using, this and this particular one as well. So this one this is the idea I have in mind, right? So imagine him just standing and staring at himself and his friend playing the chess somewhere around there, and the sky around there, then probably a magnificent chess elements just showing in the clouds or something, just something like that, then with the Guinness World Record icon or stuff like that going around. So yeah, that's just the concept I have in mind. So let's just see what we can do with this picture. The first thing I want to do is I want to bring in this picture. First of all, I want to open it on Photoshop, right? Again, this video is more or less like a freestyle. I'm just trying to see what I can do with these images, right? So let's just flow along with it. And I don't know how long it will take us, but I just know that yeah, let's just see how it goes. Right, first thing first, I love the fact that I'm able to upscale this, right? So first thing first, I want to see what I can keep and what I can remove in this design, in this image, right? So let me first click on select object or select subject. All right, so we have captured this, but I want to also keep this green area and some other places there. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm just going to zoom into the parts where I would like to keep, and I'll just select them. So for example, I would like to keep this part, yeah, then down to this part, right? So I would like to keep all this. Don't worry, we're still going to separate the character from the background. So yeah, let's make sure that it is properly selected and nothing is missing. So anyone that needs to be subtracted should be subtracted, and anyone that needs to be added should be added. So just take your time. Again, once this putting about photo manipulation or what makes your manipulation nice is when you pay attention to simple details like selection, removing background. You might not know, but I mean, it's really one thing that can help you make your design look cool. So just take your time to yeah, select, subtract, add, subtract, add, subtract, add, till you are satisfied with what we are seeing. Again, paying attention to detail is very, very important when you are selecting. Just make sure you select every necessary. I mean, it can be perfect, right? It can be perfect, but try your best to be near perfect in your selection. And sometimes, if I actually want to spend proper time doing this, I will use my pen to like do selections. It's going to take a long time, but it gives me the best form of selection. So having done this, I'll just select and max, right? Let me bring this here. So having selected and maxed the whole thing, I'll just come to decontaminate colors. Then I would reduce the shift edge. I think it's too much. I might increase the contrast. Do I want to? I think this is fine actually. So I'll just press OK and apply. Now that we have this, I want to then separate this from this so that we can be able to do some other editing to it. So select subject. Now, having selected the subject, you can then make sure that only the subjects are selected. Every other parts are not selected, right? Just only the subject. Although all these are not, like these particular ones are not really necessary, because what we want to do will not require us to like come to this area, right? The major thing is for our objects to stand out. So yeah. Okay, I'll just see what I can remove and what I can add. Just play around it like that. Let me add this properly because it's part of the stand. This Tunde looks more, it looks like someone that can play Black Jesus. But yeah, let's just select. Yep, select. Again, this forms of this particular selection is not really necessary. I mean, this one I'm doing at the moment, like removing the shadow and all, is not necessary, so to say. So, but I'm just doing it just in case, right? Because at the end of the day, we are not going to be doing much. We're not going to be pushing all this side, right? So I just want to make sure that these characters stand alone, if you understand what I mean. So now that I have them standing alone, I can then press Ctrl J to separate them, as you can see. So I'm going to then select the two of them and link them together. Right click and link layers, and I'm going to drag them into my canvas. So I'll drag them into my canvas like so. Yeah, something like this. Let me bring it. Yeah, something like this works. All right, so now that we have them here, you can then unlink let's call this models, and let's call this subjects. Right now, before we bring in, we can delete this. Before we bring in the other image, we want to find a way to like replicate these tiers, right? We would like to replicate these tiers. So I want to see what I can do to like make it to just replicate it. So I'm going to try to select the tiers. Let me see if I can select it from here. Then I'm going to Control J to separate the tiers. Then I'm going to turn off everything and see if it is possible for me to like So now that we have this selected, I want to try to use my patch tool to make it you get the idea, right? So yeah, it's not going to be perfect, but we can try to make it near perfect. For example, this particular one that is giving us issues, we can select that particular part, right, and hold go to your clone tool. That's your clone tool. This is our clone tool, clone start tool. Reduce the size, press down Alt, select a particular part you would like to clone, click on it, then come down here and clone it, right? And this will give us something cool. So when you are done, just deselect. Now select another part you would like to work on. So I would like to work on this because it looks lighter than the rest. Then choose your clone tool again. Now select, hold down Alt, press the part you would like to like clone, and just hold down Alt again, select this part. Yeah, it's okay to have a defect or something, but yeah, so this works. Then deselect. Now if you're still feeling like, okay, I think I want to make it a bit better, you can select this and just drag like this. So the patch tool will help you patch it properly. Right, it will help you patch it properly. But yeah, it can be perfect, but it can be near perfect, just like this. Now we can bring in our image and everything, but this is our stairs, right? Now this would come down. You can see the idea we're going for. So we don't necessarily have to start looking for a way to redesign the stairs. We have our stairs redesigned already, so and then bring this down here. No, we don't need to bring this. Now this particular space, right? This particular space, we want what do we want to include here? Let me see. I think we would still need to make this design slightly longer, so let's change the image size from 4.5 width to 4.8 4,800. All right. Oh, it's going to change everything, sorry. All right, what do we do? Okay, yeah, sorry. The best thing to do is just select your layer. That's this your, or let's just call it BG, right? Select this layer, come down, come up to crop, right, and just drag it up. Yeah, let me say I'm satisfied with something like this. So then create a new solid, make it white, right? You can delete this if you want. You can just delete it. So these three stuffs we are created, we can then increase them a little bit like this, or we can, anything you want to do with them. So again, this is just a freestyle, so just bear with me. I'm just going to be doing just some freestyle and stuff. Now this particular part, the reason why I didn't put tiers again is because I want to elongate this part. So I'll just select these tiers, select this particular one, just the lower part of it, Control J to duplicate and call it pavements or something, I don't know. Now we can then increase the size of this one. whichever way you want to increase it. Now I know that's a very wrong way of increasing it, but again, it's not we're not really going for, we just want you to have something, right? So all right, so I'm going to bring it down slightly. You can see the difference. I'll bring it down. I'm going to click on layer mask and just paint the edges. I'll brush out the edges so that it can blend with the existing staircase or stairs. That way it will give you a more realistic vibe. You get. Now what I want to then do is just apply layer mask. Let's combine stairs and pavement together, since I mean they are literally the same thing. So we merge layers so that we can have them standing like this. So now that we have this, let's save our work. Save your work to PSD. Now let's introduce Tunde standing up. So I'm going to open it into a new page. I'll select subject. Excuse me. Select subject. Let me zoom in to make sure that it is properly selecting what I need to select. Even if it doesn't select most of the body properly, make sure the ear, the facial features are just properly selected, because those ones they tend to stand out, and you will not even know. You just feel like, oh, something is off. Then you zoom in and you say, oh, the ear is cut off or something. And they're always very subtle, but it's best to just take note of it. Alright, and again, it's very easy for us to just use this without really blending without changing the color mode and all, because the images were shot in the same settings, so it makes it very, very easy for us. We won't be doing like color matching or anything like that. You can see all these details, very subtle details. If you zoom out, you will not know that there is an issue on this hand, right? Until you zoom in. You are going to take time doing this, but it's just best. It's best to just go through with it and check through and make sure it is close to perfect. All right, now that I'm interested, now that I like this, it looks like we've selected everything. Let's see. And see what I'm talking about. Alright, now that we have selected everything, just select a max, right? And you can press OK, then apply layer max and bring him into the character, bring it up here. I'm going to make him small, but not too small, right? I think I need to still push this guy up a little bit. Yeah, okay, I have an idea. Because if we are going to bring them up a little bit, our environment can't be as wide as this. So we'll find a way to bring in pavement. Oh my god. Sometimes design can, not sometimes, most of the time creating design while thinking of it at the moment can be very, very sweet. So this is what we're going to do. Select everything together, reduce them like this, bring them up, reduce like this. Yeah. So I'm going to reduce this. And so what I want to do with this, let me call this Tunde, right? So now that I have this, so I'm going to just before we even do this, let's quickly duplicate and remove the down part. So we'll remove the down part. Delete. So we'll call this stairs again. Don't worry, we'll just then duplicate, Ctrl J, bring it down. Oh, I already cut out what I'm not supposed to cut out. Okay, let's go back. Let's cut it properly. So select straight. Alright, delete. Alright, call this stairs, duplicate, bring it down like so. Yeah, I think this is even fine. This is even fine. Yeah, let's just hide this pavement. This is fine. So if I bring him here, you can see that it looks like he's standing, because I really want this to show, this whole chest thing, right? I want it to show. So this is what we're going to do. Yeah, it works like this. So now that we have this, we'll then bring in like the sky and everything. Then we'll have like pavement to cover up this floor that is here. That's FLAW. All right. So again, I think these guys would have to like, it would have to be a bit blurry, you know, just so that the emphasis is on Tunde. All right, so let's take it one step at a time. First of all, we need pavement to come in. So to do that, let's go to PNG wing. You can get one that all right, pillar, not pavement, pillar. So we want to get pillars, right? All right, yeah, I'm doing multiple things at the same time. Okay, so this is the exact pillar I was even looking for. So I'm not even going to search for, I'm not going to search for too many things, right? I'll just, oh wow, yeah, I like the concept. So Tunde is looking at the stairways, right? His goal, his vision is to achieve that Guinness World Record through chess, right? Because through chess, they are going to help raise awareness for slum chess, Africa, and you know, kids and stuff. So I'm trying to say I'm going to use these images to like explain or to give some form of like story behind what he is trying to do, right? So KSX4. All right, so we just downloaded this, right? Yeah, I love the way it looks, and I think it can give us some nice effects to the design. So I'm just going to bring it here, and I'll bring it up here. So I'll just call it pillar. All right, so one, it's you get the gist now. So one covers here, the other covers here, right? Yeah, something like this. So yeah, exactly. So let's see how this looks. right, let's bring in some contrast, clip it to this. Just can we include again pause. Let's see what I can do with this. Don't worry, while we go on, we get to like walk around it and see what, again, this one is just more or less like trying to place all the images together to see what we need in the design. So let's bring in our sky, right? Let's call this sky. Yeah, something like this works. So you can see this part is showing, so I don't want it to show actually. So I'll just try to make it like slightly larger. Yeah. Okay. So now that we have this, okay, I'm still giving that, it's still very bland, and but very soon we would introduce some stuffs, and hopefully it makes sense from there on. So yeah, what else we want to introduce? The next thing we want to introduce before we then start adding whatever it is we want to add, I would like to actually introduce what's it called, like floating clothes, right? All these floating clothes. So let's see if we can get one. Oh, I wrote floating. Yeah, stuff like this, but something like this, exactly something like this works, but this is too 3D-ish. Something like this. I just feel it would do something. I don't know, I just feel it would do something. This is what I was looking for. Let's see, continue to search and see if we could get something similar. Okay, if we can't, what we'll do is this: we'll go to the first one that we saw, right, and we'll select it so it can lead us to others. Yeah. Alright, so if I'm not getting it, I'll just find, there's a way to download. Let me go to Shutterstock, right, and I'm going to bring in no art. So Shutterstock would definitely have it, right? So floating, why am I writing floating? Floating clothes, right? Floating clothes. Exactly, this is what I was looking for. Right, exactly what I was looking for. So yeah, let's use this. So I'm just copy link address. I'm going to log in. All right, so it's logged in already. So I'll just come to, if you want to use this, it's very easy. So only use it for personal use, not commercial use, because Shutterstock is a premium site. So I'll paste the link address as I've copied it, and I'll press find stock. Now it has found it, so press click view, and it's going to bring the image. So sometimes when I'm working on personal project and I need premium images and I can't pay for it, I just come here and I open the image. So it's going to give you the image. It's not going to be an high-end like HD version, but it's like fair to some extent. Then you can use upscale, so upscale it. So I'm going to upscale it, and let's see upscale do its magic. All right, it's done. You can see the difference, like perfect. So I'm going to bring this in. This is 4 MB, this is 200 kilobytes. So I'm going to bring this into Photoshop, and I'll just select subject. All right, then Control J to just separate it and just drag it in. Close. All right, because we want it to have this vibe. I don't know how to explain it, but there's this vibe I'm going for, right? So but let's just see how it goes, right? So all right, so let's leave this as it is for now. So before we continue, let's bring in Guinness World Record logo. The only reason I'm bringing this in now is just so I can get the color, right? So when I get the color, this is let's just call this clothes. I'm just going to create a new solid and clip it into the clothes and make it hue, right? So it follows what's it called. Okay, let's just rasterize and turn off this for now, right? So it has that. I want it to have like the color scheme of Guinness World Record. All right, so since we have that, we can then merge them together and call it clothes. Don't worry, we'll still find a way. We'll still like do proper design on these clothes and stuff, but for now, just bear with me as I do some funny rubbish. I'm going to bring this behind the pillar, right? And this behind the pillar. Let's squeeze this in here, something like this. I don't know. Too much is not good, so like this is fine. All this can this can be like this, yeah, something like this. Again, while we continue, we would get to see what we can do with the entire thing, right? Because we're just starting, right? It's going to be a very long tutorial but yeah, it's going to be fun as well. So another thing I want to do is bring in let's go to chess. So I want to see what I can do. I don't know what to do yet. I'm trying to see how I can introduce chess into this whole thing. I don't know how it is yet, right? I don't know, but let's see how it goes. Where's the queen? I don't play chess. I don't understand chess at all, but I wish I learned it when I was growing up. I wish I can still learn it though, but let's just go ahead. So I'm going to press chess queen, because I guess the queen is like, you get, if you win the queen, I think it's over. I don't know. But yeah, I think this is bishop plus. Okay, but this is the queen, sure. Okay, yeah, let's download this. All right, so first of all, let's test run this. Let's see what this can give us. I don't know what. Again, this is just freestyle, right? So let's bring it into this setting. Possibly just, I don't know. If it doesn't look okay, I just delete it straight up. No. It has so many things going on, so it has to be just one or none. All right, so where are you? Delete layer. I want it to be as simple and as majestic as it can be. First off, let's remove this woman here. So let's go to models, zoom in, turn off this, select the woman, and take your, let me zoom out properly, take your clone tool, select the part you would like to clone, just clone it, keep selecting so it doesn't clone, select, clone, select, clone. All right, so now you can see this edge, then you can patch it, or this edge, just patch. Calm down. All right, so yeah, so we have the lady removed. Now you would see why I said you would see why I wanted us to, let's delete this. You see why I wanted us to separate the objects. Now it is very easy for me to then bring this, into the setting. You get, like, it will be very easy for me to just introduce this, even though I'm not going to do that because that's quite, like, it's taking space already. But you get the idea. So let me see if I can bring it behind. So it's like the chess, and Tunde wants to play a game of chess. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So we are still on this. I still do not know. Okay, I think I'm. Yeah. So I'll find a way to make this work, right? So it doesn't feel like it is taking space or it is like obvious, so to say. So first thing I want to do is even reduce the contrast. Right, I want to reduce it drastically. And I increase this. Okay. I think this is fine. So now that we have this, we can then start working. The first thing I want to do is introduce some form of light here. And I don't want to use any light, so I like going back to, again, if you have worked on something and it works for you, always go back to it regardless. So I would always go back to my PSD file and look for what I've used before that worked for me. Yeah, so let me pick light from here. Do I have light here? No, I do not have light here, sorry. Let me go to warlords. Okay, yeah, I have light here. Okay, so let's check some. Yeah, this is the light I was talking about. Just I'm just going to bring it somewhere here, because the reason I'm using this kind of light is because I want it to feel majestic, right? But I think this is too much. Okay, I think that is too much actually. So what I want to do is desaturate it right here. Don't know yet. Let's see. It depends. Let's just see how it is as we go on. But yeah, I still want to introduce this. Bring it. Yeah. I'm still going to. Oh, what am I doing? I'm still going to introduce. Where are you? Yeah, this is it. I'm still going to introduce this. I like when it gives that gold vibe, right? So let's see what it looks like. So for this, I'm going to bring it behind the pillar, make it small. Yeah, so you don't want it to have too many lights going on, right? But you want it to be properly lighted up, because again, it is the vibe we're going for is something majestic. Now, because we are going for something majestic, this dark part is more or less like to give us some form of like depth. So we're going to introduce a new layer, call it shade, clip it to it, choose black, and paint across like so. So it's just going to be more or less like and I think it's best to start introducing blur, because it's going to be like a motion blur kind of vibe. Yeah. Let me see if I can increase the size. Oh, sorry for the noise. Although now that I think about it, there is no source of light here, so why am I bringing light underneath here? Like, yeah, there's no source of light, so I just want to use that for a PC, but again, I don't think we should do that. Yeah, I think I can bring it in front of him actually. Okay, yeah, this particular one needs to. still going to find a way to blend it properly, but for now let's just keep doing this. Yeah, I like this whole texture thing going on. Let me see if I can just borrow this and bring it. I'm going to bring it to the front. Okay, it looks pretty nice actually. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. But I don't want texture. Texture is not necessary. So yeah, this looks pretty nice. So another thing I want to then do is I downloaded a particular file, this flag mockup. So I'm going to extract it and use the mockup. Yeah, this is the mockup. So what I want to do is I want to bring in the design of the logo of what's it called. You get the logo, yeah. So I want to bring in white color, pure white. Where's the logo? Paste the logo like so. I see this is introduced, but all right. Let me. It's the same color. Like, okay. Let me do this. I'm going to. Right. Exactly. So it still has that effect, right? So yeah. Let's say it looks like nice. So I'm going to turn off. Is there anything we can turn off here that makes sense? All right, yeah, the background. So now that I have the background turned off, I can then, let me see if I can merge these layers together so it becomes one. Yeah. So I'm going to just drag it in. So where do we want us to put it? Okay. So all we want to do is this. We'll just I don't think we should introduce that for shadow. Yeah, I don't think we should introduce the shadow because this shadow only works if you have an immediate what's it called? Yeah, you should just work with this. And I don't like this whole TIM stuff going on here. So just delete that. So I'll just make this white and control backspace to delete it. Right. Alright, so we have this and we just group, duplicate, merge group so we can bring this in. So again, before this is okay, let's call this DG Guinness World Record. So I would like to bring down this pillar, just bring it down so that we can have a space to like have that stuff, or is it possible to push it? No, it has to stand on me. Yeah, exactly. So where's the pillar? Here's the pillar. So we're just going to bring it down like this. But is this okay? Yes. Is this okay? So that'd be nice. We'll just place this like this. just place this like this. Let me see. All right, okay, I know what we'll do. So we'll have it like this, then we'll have it here as well. So it's going to be more or less like, you know, just this here and this here, something like that. Now for this one showing, what we are going to do is we are going to enter into the pillar and we are going to just select this part and see if we could fill it up content aware. Should work. All right, it works. So again, select this part, fill it up content aware. All right, don't blame me. Now we can even bring in these two GW upward, just like this. Yeah. Okay. We can bring it into, this is our effect, right? So we can bring it into like just so that the effect can also affect it. So yeah. I'm still thinking of what to do with this particular stuff. Should I put it or I should just remove it? I don't know yet. I think it's causing a nuisance. Let me see, can I blend it into the background? So if that's the case, we can bring these guys bring them up. Oh wait, before we bring them up, we can scale them like this. Yeah. So it's okay. Now for the pillar, let's introduce some, let's start adding shade and light so that, you know, we start adding our effect and up. So for the shade, we'll just shade this up like this, because again there's no light coming out from this area. So I'm going to use overlay. Oh, yeah, let's just use. So we have this. Then for the lights, let's introduce lights to the edges. You can't introduce it totally because again the shadow will still be casting on this, right? So I think this is fine. So for the light we can use overlay and just now that I'm thinking about it again, these two are distracting me. I don't know, I don't like them. They're distracting me somehow. So let me turn off one, bring this here, but it should be behind the guys. So we just push and put it just, you know, somewhere in the background. Yeah, let's make sure it is behind this behind so that, you know, it still looks like okay. All right, so for this I'm going to blur it, add Gaussian blur to it, so it's, you know, it's that's that blurry effect. Now for this one, I'm going to just blur it personally with my blur tool. Now also try to blur the stairs a little bit, just a little. If I blur it too much, it will look off, but just a little is fine. Yeah, 3.4. We also need to blur the models, so I'm just going to duplicate just in case the blur did not work. But yeah, I think it works. Even these subjects, I think we should blur them a little. No. Now let's come to Tunde and add some shade. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I'm still at work, so that's the disadvantage of working remotely. Look at 8:24 and I'm still attending to taxes and stuff. So yeah. Alright, so for shade, clip, and I'm going to select my black, and I'm going to add shadow to the part I need to add shadow to. So I'll just add shadow like this, right? And after doing that, add multiply and then reduce the shadow, right? Or we can use overlay, but I don't want to use overlay because overlay looks I don't know, multiply looks more realistic, but multiply also looks darker, right? It looks darker, so that's where the lights would come in. So for lights, we just select light, we'll zoom in to the edge and we'll just dab across, just add the light across, right? You can see some of these edges have like poor selection. So for those ones, we'll just find a way to like apply what's it called, blur to it so that it can blend properly. No, that's too much. It's best thing to keep it. But yeah. So after doing that, you can switch this to overlay or soft light, but I prefer overlay, and I just turn it off and on a little bit. If you turn it off and on, you can see the difference. Also this, you can see the difference. Now about the whole issue of this edge, just go to your blur, reduce the size, and just start blurring out the edges so it can even blend properly with the background. You can see even with his beards. You can see that this is not looking okay. So what I'll just do is I'll just turn this off and also turn this off. Yeah, let's just leave it like this for now. Let's continue with what we are blending. Alright, finished already, and to it. Just pause this video and continue it. But yeah, that's basically it. Just make sure that all this is just to set up the entire design, then you can start adding your color grading and all. But again, if you turn off this effect, you can see that this effect, I mean, turning it off makes it look okay, but again, I don't know, you get. So I think it's best for us to just delete this effect and create our own effect based on the design, right? So but before we continue, I think the shadow on the pillar is quite much. I mean, it's nice because it's giving it that realism look, but yeah, I think it's nice. All right, so again, let me zoom in to make sure this is properly set. Okay. Yeah, I think for this subject we need to add some form of like we need to reduce the brightness somehow. So let's see what we can do with that. Yeah, I think this works. So I'm going to do that for the entire thing. I'll bring it down to the stairs, create clipping marks, duplicate, bring it down to the other one, duplicate. So yeah, now let's create our own effects. So first thing first, color lookup. I like using color lookup a lot. So let's see which one works. Orange and blue, orange and teal. What am I going for? I love this. I mean, it takes away the entire color thing, but I just like it. Let's keep it for now. Let me see, is there something we can do with it? It gives it this kind of subtle, but yeah, let's continue. Let me see what else I can add to it. Can I add warm? Nope. Top winter? Nope, definitely not. Definitely not. I like my foggy night. Yeah, this looks better actually. This looks better. Alright, so we want to add some form of let me see, what else can we add to this? Any edit we want to do will be going to like camera raw filter. Again, let me see if we can turn this off. I don't know. I don't really see the importance. Although what the idea was going for was like Tunde facing like the queen, you know, and all, but I don't know. It's not giving. It's making it look amateurish. So I'll just delete it. Right? Yeah, I'll just delete it. Yeah, I'll just delete it. So let me see if I can introduce this Ctrl J. So yeah, this top part, just alright. So if that's not working, I'm going to bring it up here. Why am I selecting the pillar? I'm going to bring it up here and see how I can make it go around the pillar. Right, I think that's the only thing I can make it go around the pillar. Yeah, so like this. So let's play around that. So for the pillar, we can add some form of shade as well, some set of shade. multiply, reduce the bright. Yeah, something like this works. So we can do the same for the other end. Let's see if we can even Ctrl J, transform, flip horizontal. Let's see if we can do. But first, before we can do anything, let's clean up this one. Oh, sorry. So, should we pick it up? Or down? I think up is better. Just right before this. So I'm going to see what I can do to restore this part. No. Yeah. So we have restored it. We're going to blow out. We're going to blow out this part. Alright. So we can then add our effects, our shade effects. Not necessary. So multiply, reduce. So the idea is to just give it this kind of, so it's not just like the pavement is just standing and it actually looks like things are going around, something like that. So I like where it is at the moment. I mean, look at where we started and look at where we are. So I really like where we are at the moment, but I am hungry. We can't stop this thing. I think I will just stop where I can, then, because I would like to post this tomorrow because its competition starts. Let's quickly check Twitter, right? But I really love this already. Okay, I have an idea. I hope I can still use this. So I want to try to get what's it called? Alright, so according to his post, the stuff would be starting on the 17th of April, which is 2 days from now. So I would like to include that as well. Alright, so I'm currently downloading a flag design, so a flag mockup I mean, because I think we can include some flag around there. You get. Alright, anyways, what I want to quickly do is this shade, I would like to duplicate it, still clip it into the place. I'll make it soft light, as you can see the difference, then reduce it to some extent. Yeah, I think this works. All right, so having done that, what else do you want to do? What else am I? Okay, yeah, so we said the event is 17th of April so it's going to be a 58 hours longest chest marathon. That's what it's called. So I'm going to say I'm going to like put it into so it says Guinness World Record for longest chest marathon. Now I want to say I can bring this in here. So Guinness World Record for longest chest marathon. You get my thing. So all right, let's copy the first one, Guinness World Record. So I'm just going to come here, zoom in, Guinness World Record. Let's have some space. First, let's touch. Yeah. So let me add some space. All right, so now that we have this here, I mean from afar off you can't see anything, right? So what we want to do is would first off let me properly align this. So the first thing I want to do is just right click, go to where are you, blending option. From blending option, choose bevel and emboss. So is it no outside? Yeah, is it outside? So emboss, let's choose emboss. Is it emboss? Okay, you know what we'll do, right? Let's cancel this. We'll cancel this, we'll make it white, right? After making it white, let's go to the pillar. This is the pillar. Select this texture, Ctrl J to duplicate. Nope. Clip marks, then bring it to the back like this. So release. So we need that texture, right? So we're going to bring in the texture and we're going to clip it into the text. You can then reduce the brightness to some extent, increase the contrast. So let's let me see what I can do here. I don't know why this is giving me what. I'm just trying to see what works and all. So choose what is better. So, but we have to make it setting. Let's add some settings to it. But yeah, I think this can work. Let me see from afar. It's not too hard. It's too hard. Let's use chisel soft. Let's try smooth. Chisel hard. Let's see if this works. So I can reduce the brightness. Let's see. And if I'm not feeling it, I throw it out of the window. Longest chess marathon. Yeah. So I'm going to group these two, duplicate them, and make them yeah. This is where I can then that screen or light linear dodge. Can even consider overlay. Yeah, I think I would like to consider overlay. Alright, so this is the text. I said text. The text. I'm still downloading this, so I think we should add some form of like shade here. So where is that stairs? This is the stairs. So shade. At least if a pillar is standing next to the stairs, you will definitely see it, right? No, you don't need to put that. Shade. Introduce the shade to this as well. To this as well. Multiply. So for this, the reason why we're seeing that edge is because even this is still showing, right? So what we can do is, before we even continue, we can see the edge is still showing. But yeah, we'll find a way around that. But first, let's so this will make it soft left. Now for the edge that is showing there, we'll have to just come down to this one and take our smudge tool and try to smudge through no, try to smudge through the entire thing. You can see those blemishes are already leaving. So what I'm just trying to do is I'm trying to, because like this subject, right, has some form of elements, like it's the elements is at the back as well as in front. So the one at the back, since we are not doing anything to it, we can then compress it into the body. I don't know how to explain it better than that, but yeah, that's basically what I'm just trying to do. But yeah, that's basically it. All right, this is still downloading, so we have to give it some time. So while we are waiting, I think we can add one more thing. Let me see. Alright, so while we wait for this to finish downloading, I don't know why it's taking too much time. While we wait for this to finish downloading, I'm just going to go ahead to bring in the necessary information like my logo as usual. Alright, so where is my logo? Bring it out. Yep. Just going to put it somewhere here. Or I'll just, because again, so just have it somewhere here. And just like we have this effect, this one will just say linear dodge now. First off, let me copy that effect. Copy layer style. Let me see if I can add layer style. So I'm going to make it black. Hue and saturation, black, right? Then I'm going to use, do I want to use linear dodge? I should just use overlay. You know what, I don't want the effect. So I'll just use overlay. I don't want that effect. Let me see if I can clear effect here. So this should be somewhere here. And what I'm going to do is, just in case people want to just use it randomly without having to give what's it called, because a lot of persons like using the design without giving proper. So I'm going to bring it down behind, in front of pillar, but behind this here. All right. Or I know this can be a bit. I can just put it somewhere here. Yeah, exactly. I don't want it to call attention, right? I want it to be as simple, as clean as possible. This is still taking, oh my god. I'm not sure this thing will download. But yeah, what the next thing I want to do, or the final thing I want to do, is just put a flag here, and that flag has the Guinness World Record logo, and another flag here that has like Nigeria like logo kind of. So that was like the concept I was going for. But yeah, so I'm going to just stop the video here, and yeah, if this is If this has been an interesting one for you, let me know in the comments, share, subscribe, and yeah, I would like you to probably work on your own personal design using this idea that I've shared. And I'm going to see you next time. Cheers.